last time we left off, you had all wrapped up your investigation of the sewers, having
Thank goodness.
having encountered yeah, basically having encountered a what appears to be a large and ever sentiently growing Cruthid nest and killing the current Hive Lord. Spoiler alert, when a Cruthid Hive Lord dies, the next largest male transforms into another Hive Lord.
Well, that's some other adventuring party's problem.
But coming back into town, you made your way back to the guild. Kestrel, you flew ahead of the party, delivered this vial that had previously been like a little sliver of the Cruthid Hive that was now like threatening to explode out of this vial. Because it was growing inside of the vial. And you gave that off to Kipsy, the guild leader, who then proceeded to bring that over to the Sorcerer's Tower for further investigation. Sent, I believe, the party of the Black Dragonborn that was currently watching over Owen to investigate what you guys discovered, and you are all sitting around in the tavern drinking.
We just went to bed and washed up.
Yes, you did.
Oh no, we're on to the next morning already. Got it.
Yeah.
We're morning after that whole thing going on. I'm not surprised we're morning drinking.
Yeah. That would make sense, actually.
I mean, don't a lot of you normally order morning drinks anyways? If
Poor
memory
Warden just slams his head on the table. Why can't I get drunk?
No, I don't trust what they put in the water here, or what they don't take out of it as it is. We literally just saw that. We literally saw what their sewage, like their plumbing, is like.
God, yeah, that's true. I'm looking around for rock grubs.
Roll me investigation.
Where the hell is investigation? There it is.
I mean, it could be around every corner.
You never know.
But you don't see any.
That flapping moth over there, it's gotta be a rock grub, actually. Oh god, they've grown wings!
Don't give me ideas.
Oh shit, you're right.
Just really don't.
Oh.
Yeah, so over the course of like an hour or two, you guys all slowly trickle down and into the mess hall of the guild building.
What?
So if anyone wants to order food, drink, etc. for breakfast, you can go ahead and do that. And then let me know what you... Since we're moving into downtime, let me know what you want to do with your day.
I've got a list.
Step 1. Repress the trauma involved in that entire adventure. Step 2.
Also, I want to show this off to anyone who may be watching. New world map!
Yeah.
Alright, I saw a couple of photos of that.
Yes. It's still not totally complete with where I want it to be, but it was good enough to upload. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
For those wondering where the party is, they are in Sea's End, the city over in the middle right. It is a more populated area because that is where they've been spending most of their time during their adventures, and the rest of the world map currently is filled in with really
that's what you meant by more populated. I was like, wait, I'm a bard, but I'm not that kind of bard. Why is the city more populated because we're here?
Is the rest of the map is just kind of big name locations, and will be filled in more as they, or if they, travel there and explore, etc.
Don't do it. It's a trick.
Don't lie,
That's a
everybody's
trap.
that kind of bard.
Kestrel
Okay,
is
okay.
the fabulous kind of bard. That's literally her subclass is glamour.
Fabulous.
Alright, so did anyone want to get any breakfast, and then let me know what you're doing for the day?
Normal brekkie.
So...
Meat, eggs, toast.
Okay.
They have, and actually, I'm gonna just go straight up and assume that they do.
Jacob, getting your breakfast, you can deduct 4.5 silver. So 4 silver, 50 copper for how we're running the game economy. Continue. Sorry.
I'm going to assume that being a medieval fantasy, they have grits or something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just have some grits with some bacon and eggs.
Okay. You can go ahead and deduct 9 copper pieces. Unless I'm misremembering my own price list. Let me double check. Oh, yep. Sorry, that's 12 copper, Kestrel. And Jacob, another 1.5 silver.
Jeez. That's an expensive breakfast.
He's killing my silver.
The adventurers guild hall until you get rank C will for gear, and then this is in the informational handout that you all have access to. Potions of heal until you hit C rank. Potions of healing, you can buy up to 6 of them per person. They are 75 gold each, or 300 gold per 5. You can buy greater potions of greater healing, 3 per person at 250 gold each. You can buy gear, weapons, kits, etc. that are common and uncommon for 150% of the book price. They irregularly will stock common and uncommon magic items at variable pricing, depending on the item you are looking for. And food, drink, and lodgings are 200% of book price.
Oh, I thought we had gone back to the other inn.
No, this we went to go turn in the thing and tell them about it and get the money, and then most of us, at least I think, said we just stayed here for the night.
Okay, I forgot. It's been 2 weeks. Come on.
That's fair. Anyone else looking to get anything for breakfast? Food.
I cannot eat.
You cannot eat. You are correct on that.
I mean, I could, but it would do me no good.
As you guys are eating, Owen makes his way down, goes up to the table, sits down with you all, orders up a small breakfast of his own. Anything for June or Callium?
Lamb shank.
I mean, I feel like you'd want to eat food, not stab an animal, but whatever.
God damn it. 6 silver, Callium.
Okay, that was actually a good one. I'm giving you a point of inspiration for that one.
Do you have inspiration? Because you could give it to me if you did. You can give other players your points of inspiration.
If I
which
had
is
one, I'd be
hilarious.
giving it to you.
No one currently has inspiration.
Because you don't hand out, I don't think I recall you ever handing out inspiration.
I don't
What's inspiration?
I don't think I have. You know what? Kestrel. Take a point of inspiration for role-playing being in the sewers.
Yeah,
And how much Kestrel hated it.
absolutely. I think she will actively fight never to go back there again.
Sure, it's got fun.
The
You
first
know?
inspiration Silent has given. Let us all mark this moment with another moment of silence.
I feel like the last couple
Really
sessions
annoyed
have been
this
full of firsts for Kestrel. First inspiration, first compliment she gave someone, first time willingly going into a sewer. Don't ask about the qualifier there.
Is June gonna get anything?
I'll eat out. You know,
Okay.
buy food from like carts.
Fair enough.
It's like produce.
Like, I haven't had any breakfast. What is it? Oh, cabbage. I'll buy a whole head of cabbage. Just bites into it.
You think I won't? Watch me. Cabbage. How much is cabbage? Give me a cabbage.
To be fair, I've eaten plain cabbage
Where's the
before.
avatar?
I'm a big cabbage. I was waiting for that. I am personally a large fan of cabbage, so I understand.
June, as for the sake of just taking care of everything now, as you're perusing the city in your downtime, you stop at a few vendor stalls and pick and choose some things to eat. And that'll end up costing you 5 copper pieces.
Alright, so assuming that this is going to narratively happen as we go out and about in the town for a little bit, I have some destinations in mind, but part of that is going to be asking you what Kestrel knows that I don't.
Okay.
I know we know where an alchemist is. Is there anyone in the city that Kestrel knows that deals in exotic creatures?
Make me a history check.
I mean, hello, right here. Who's been waving around the Drake this entire time?
22. Yes, you would be aware that there are a couple of smaller shops, more in towards the center area of the city, that do deal in kind of exotic pets and small creatures. You also remember hearing that there is a noble in the city, up at the sorcerer's tower, that likes to raise and study kind of more of the more exotic, rare creatures if they can get their hands on them.
That sounds promising. So
What, you don't want little Timmy to go into his local pet store and accidentally pick up a face spider?
that may be slightly irresponsible.
Or amusing.
Kind of a little bold.
We're awful
Mom,
people.
look what I got from the pet shop for 2 coppers. So let's see. Do I know? If I've heard of this person, do I know they are usually at the Sorcerer's Tower?
You're not sure. You've just heard rumors that they exist.
All right. And I know that they are associated with the Sorcerer's Tower, though, right?
Yes, you from what you've heard, they're a noble. They reside in the inner city and are a member of the Sorcerer's Tower.
Okay. So I don't know what everyone else wants to do for our downtime, but my personal to-do list is find a weaver that can use this face spider silk. Go to the alchemist shop and see if they, or if they know if they could use the face spider eyes or know of anyone who could. And then track down this particular person and see if they'd be interested in a face spider egg. And also get arrows. But I feel like that's a minor one, comparatively speaking.
How many arrows do you have left?
19.
Minor is debatable at that point.
I meant from like a role-playing perspective.
I believe you are also going to be introducing Owen over at the academy.
Yes, that was something we planned on doing in the near future. Should we do that before we leave, actually? Do I know roughly, like, where these instructors might be?
Yeah, no, in order to get your license, in fact, worth mentioning, Kestrel, you and Corland both, you weren't in the same class as June.
My friends are dead.
In the academy, your friends are all dead. It's true.
That is really heartbreaking. He's not actually laughing, folks. He's actually crying.
Yeah. Like, are you mentioning this in character or?
No.
No.
Oh, that's appropriately named.
No. Isn't that the loot you picked up from the druid bard?
Yes.
Who died in your first mission?
I think it was a druid, yes.
I think he was a druid. I still have his character sheet
one.
here.
We were level 1, he couldn't have been.
You guys did get up to level 3 in that mission.
Really? He died like in the very first, like the second session.
Yeah, he was a druid.
Hmm.
He was a druid. Yeah, no, you started at level 1 when you got to through the fight in the courtyard with the goblins and the goblin chief. You guys hit level 2, and after you finished, you hit level 3. I totally didn't steal intro mission leveling progression from all of the Neverwinter Nights games. But yes, you weren't in the same class as June or even as each other, but Kestrel, June, and Corland, you all did become adventurers through graduating from the academy. Callium, you got your adventurer's license down in Deep Run.
And then got chased out of the town.
Yeah, no, you got your adventurer's license in Deep Run, not through academy, through bounty hunter work. And Warden, you got given an adventurer's license because you were with these fuckers, and you came out of a big cave.
I like
Yay.
the fact that he said you were with these fuckers. As if he's pointing us out specifically.
Yep.
I am a bard.
And yet
All right.
I have yet to see you woo anyone.
Yeah, come on, Kestrel. I would be rolling seduce on the spiders.
I was gonna say, what Kestrel does in her her own personal time is not really your business, and nothing we've encountered so far in an adventure is something that I think Kestrel would want to woo.
Just
Or should, like ethically speaking,
just
there's a lot of
seduce
stuff
the
that's
spiders. Kestrel.
Roll to seduce the T-Rex. Okay, roll Constitution save.
I believe it's safe to say that Kestrel is not her mother.
No.
had the best one ever.
Okay, so that's what
I seduced the door.
that's what Kestrel's gonna be doing that you put in chat.
That is what I would want to be doing. I don't know what else. Part of me wants to say that as a group, there's probably some things we can do together, both for the narrative convenience for you and because, there are assassins that want to kill us.
Yup, that's also a thing. You're not incorrect about that.
So, not being alone too often where we can help it would probably be wise. At least for a little bit. We've been assured that there probably aren't any more in the city, but it's kind of the thing that almost dying kind of stuck with Kestrel.
Which time?
I don't remember that. When did
The
that
time with
happen?
the assassins when she dropped in one turn.
What happened? You got fucked up. That was bad for you. Like, really bad.
You all got fucked up.
I don't think I was. I was fine, probably. I don't remember. I choose not to dwell on these kinds of things.
Okay, so Kestrel, you're gonna be heading off to do that. As you guys are kind of getting ready, Owen kind of looks over at you. When do you think we'll be able to head over to the academy?
Friday.
Quick meta question: where is the academy located compared to this building?
Like 10 to 15 minutes down the road.
Well, if no one is opposed, we could always go over there before we head out.
Yes.
This is where people get into character and can reply.
Look around at everyone, hearing
Just type that, sorry.
apparently no.
Sorry, I was in the bathroom.
Yeah, no. We could always go over there and introduce you before we head out to do our various errands.
Since we are here, I'd like to try to talk to Gypsy first.
Gypsy.
Would you like to do that while myself and Owen go get him situated?
I mean, hopefully it'll only take a minute or two, and then I can join you guys.
Very well.
I just go ahead and start walking towards the counter.
All right,
Honestly, I'd probably have been doing this while they were eating, honestly, but...
That's fair. Yeah, heading over to the counter, there's a middle-aged human male kind of sitting behind the counter with a small pair of wire glasses on his face. Kind of looks up at you. Yes, how can I help you?
I would like to speak to Gypsy if possible. By the way, where's Corley? The girl who was here a couple days ago.
She is not on duty today.
She was cute.
Oh God.
Yes, Kipsy, he doesn't even pay any attention. Kipsy should be upstairs in her office if you want to head on up. Is she expecting you?
I do not believe so, although we did drop a bunch of stuff on her desk yesterday.
Yeah, no, go ahead and head on up.
Thank you. And I just start heading up to where Kipsy's office is. Just rap on the door when I get up there.
Yeah,
I mean,
come
knocking
on.
would be better.
Come on in.
Door. Open door, step on in. Close door behind me. Greetings.
What can I do for you today?
2 questions for you. First of
Yes.
all, and I pull out the rotted robes that I picked out of taken out of the sewers. We found an individual wearing these robes, although the body was unidentifiable, having been turned to goo. These robes, although tattered, were somewhat recognizable, it would seem. I am uncertain if they mean anything to you, but I figured it should be reported at least.
Let me take a look at them here as I open up.
That sigh
Stuff.
sounded pained.
Okay, yep. So yeah, you take the robes out and you go to kind of put them on the desk and just like, no, put them over here, and you put them over on the floor. They're in very, very bad shape. There are very few identifying markers on them. But it seems like they were relatively fancy black robes with small bits of kind of armor woven into the fabric. Looks like there may or may not have been some kind of collar and cape to them as well. She kind of looks them over. I mean, the only really identifiable marker on these is, adjust the robes, and in the middle there's a small, looks like it was some kind of buckle, but it is in the shape of a skull.
I do not remember seeing that, although, to be fair, it was dark down there.
Dark, a great excuse for it. It was like a month and a half ago.
Or you just didn't pay attention, or you didn't root too far into the rotted robes.
Hey, I brought them here.
I'm not too familiar with these myself. Let me call it a couple of associates of mine, and I'll have them take a look at them and see what they can discern.
Alright. The second question was, are you aware of the creature that I brought in for you to check out as well?
Yes, no, the guild staff made me aware of it. I took a little bit of time and took a look at it. What the fuck is that thing?
I don't know. It was many of them that we saw in the sewer system underneath this city. We killed half a dozen of similar to that size. Actually, I think it was only like 3 or 4. But anyways, not to mention a much larger version of that thing as well.
I mean, I have a team on their way down to investigate. Is there anything you can tell me about them?
This has something to do with part of the reason I'm asking about it anyways. However, their carapace is extremely tough. Just about as tough as any plate armor that somebody might be wearing.
That's certainly a bit of a concern.
If you are sending any adventurers down there, I would strongly encourage them being warned about this factor at the very least. They are also incredibly strong and very agile and able to tunnel through seemingly any terrain.
Oh, that's certainly important information. I can
breathe acid. It hurt a lot.
Oh, okay. Yes, no, that's certainly good to know. I'll send a message over to the team I sent, but I don't think they'll have too much trouble with them. I don't know if they'll be able to root out the entire group down there, but they should be at least be able to kind of clear out the area immediately next to the sewers. They're all
So,
relatively experienced adventurers. Have
I do not mean to call into question their experience or their skill, merely desire to bring it to your attention so that you do not send them in without proper knowledge of what they are getting themselves into.
yeah. She sent in a team of B rank adventurers. So
Oh, okay. I kind of figured, but still.
yeah.
Anyways, is there any chance I might be able to get my hands on some of that carapace?
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, it was your creature in the first place. You can head on over and pick it up from the storage room.
Thank you very much. And I'm going to head over there and a couple of things, because I don't want to lug that big thing with me through the city without being able to figure out what I have planned would kind of work even. Would I be able to try to remove a smaller piece of the carapace, or like the head plate or something like that?
Like specifically of the carapace?
Right.
You can certainly try. Go ahead and roll me survival.
All right. Here's hoping for the best. What's going on here? Oh, there. Oh, wow. Nope.
Yeah, no, you spend the better part of like a half an hour trying to pry and chip and cut this carapace off. You do a lot more damage to it than actually removing pieces of it. Unfortunately, you do manage to get a couple of small pieces off, but nothing really substantial, and a lot of what was remaining is now pretty badly damaged.
Yeah, shit. All is pretty much so. Pretty much the whole thing is now ruined.
I mean, it's not completely ruined, but in terms of like having a lot of usable carapace, it's now just like a couple of sections, like a couple small sections and the couple like small plates that you were able to get off.
Okay. Well, I'll take those small plates with me for right now, and head back
Okay.
downstairs. And could be like, sorry about that. That took way longer than I had hoped for.
Alright, you can go ahead and add 2 Cruthid. I will spell that for you in chat.
Thank you.
You can add 2 small Cruthid carapace plates to your inventory. Each of them weighing 2 pounds.
Okay.
Guys, you guys are talking about what you want to do for the day and eating, and Warden's like, I'll be right back, and heads off. It's been like 10 minutes since he just disappeared.
Do you think everything is alright? Or perhaps it's simply taking a longer time than he thought it would?
They just hear, "Oh, come on, get off of there, you stupid carapace!"
Maybe it has something to do with the fact that he's not actually a member of the guild.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, you guys hear that echo down from upstairs. So does everyone else in the mess hall.
I wonder what he's up to up there. Maybe he's having a nice conversation.
You know, given that he is made of metal and there is a banging noise, I'm just going to mind my own business.
Would you get in there already?
I'm sure he's having a wonderful time.
It's probably fine.
Oh, finally got one off. Windows, kids, they're great.
Oh boy.
Who's Uendo and what are you putting in them?
God damn it.
Roll for psychic damage.
DM loses 1 IQ point.
Right. Perhaps we should come back after we have introduced Owen and see if he is finished with whatever it is that he is doing. Or whoever it is that he is doing.
Hmm.
So, Warden, you are off doing your carapace removal. Kestrel, you're taking Owen down to the guild.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna
Okay.
excuse myself.
Is anyone else going with Kestrel?
I spaced out. Where's Kestrel going?
Kestrel is
going-
heading over to the academy. Sorry, yeah, you can answer for yourself, yes.
Yeah, I was going over to the academy to introduce Owen to the archery instructor to see if he might be able to help them as like a new job instead of, taking on mercenary work and helping people kidnap themselves.
You're the archer. You can handle that.
That's fair.
Teaching is a weird skill.
Also, I'm wondering when you're going to get a bow that's also an instrument.
Sounds
I-
really complicated.
Would very much like it. I also feel like it would be pretty expensive.
Possibly.
Imagine the upkeep cost would be quite high. Quite high.
Kestrel's probably really sitting there saying, "When the fuck is the DM going to give me a magic bow?" And the DM is sitting here saying, "I'm not giving Kestrel a magic bow." Because Kestrel breaks all of my combat encounters.
Give me something with utility instead of extra, attack power.
I severely underestimated how effective Kestrel would be when I gave you your braces of archery.
I've spent literally 3 levels pushing into Bard so that I don't get more extra attacks from Fighter. I'm trying, man. I'm playing to my flavor and making a purposefully suboptimal build because holy crap.
Yeah, Kestrel's really strong. Forgot how good archers are in 5e. But yes, is anyone else going with Kestrel and Owen?
Nah.
I'm still stuck trying to rip those plates off, so.
I have
I
nothing
got work.
prepared
I
for
got
today.
work to do.
Something like this would be fun.
Corland, you
gotta
have
figure
stuff
out when I
you
can
want to do?
I got gator hide to tan and work on.
Okay, Corland's going to be doing leatherworking to roll another nat 20 on the bag.
Actually, I am not making backpacks this time.
Oh, okay.
I'm making quivers.
I was gonna say, I think you promised Kestrel a handbag, but I think if you made her a quiver, she'd be even happier.
Exactly.
Callium, what are you going to be doing?
I am going to be heading to the Enchantress
Okay.
because I did that 15, 16 sessions ago.
Yeah, and in game 1 day ago.
Then instead I'll go to the what did they say, 3 days that they would get back to me?
The Enchantress?
Yeah.
She said she would get back to you after taking care of what she was currently working on.
Alright. Then I'll go to the blacksmiths.
Okay. And June, what are you going to be doing?
I have nothing remotely planned for today at all.
Okay.
I'm going to go have fun.
June is going to go have fun.
I don't remember. I don't know. Carousing? Is that the right word?
Yes.
You just go around
Yeah.
and meet new people.
Yep.
Just
I think
go
at the very
around,
least we
meet
can all go
people.
on a shopping trip together.
Alright. We've taken care of Warden. You are in the middle of plate destruction. I mean removal. No, I mean destruction.
He's in the middle of trying to achieve penetration on the Cruthid's hide.
Kestrel, you and Owen head on out.
He's trying so hard to glance over that one.
I really am.
The simple truth is, though, he's laughing maniacally on the inside.
Or crying. Crying
Why
is
not
another
both?
option. Yeah.
There's a very thin line between the two. It could be both.
Kestrel, Owen follows you as you make your way down towards the academy. About 10 minutes down the road, you do reach the gates. It's a big walled campus. The walls are made of kind of tan stone bricks with a large wrought iron thick gate kind of towering up about 15-20 feet above you. You can see kind of inside and know from being in there that there are a number of large buildings that have both practical exercise fields, places to work out, their own mess hall, dormitories, theoretical teaching rooms, large fields. It's a very, very large. Think of it like a college campus within a city, basically.
All right.
There is a kind of short, 3-foot tall dwarven man standing by the gate on the inside. Seems to be an adventurer of some kind, watching over the gate.
Pardon me, sir. Could we get in to speak with the archery instructor, whose name I totally know, by the way?
Yeah. No, you call them by name. That I totally didn't come up with.
Ardwin.
Sure. I hope someone writes that in their notes, because I'm not.
I'm on it.
Thank you. Oh, do you have an appointment?
No, I had just been speaking with this man here, Owen, and he was saying he might be interested in a job as an assistant to the instructor, Ardwin.
The man kind of looks at him. Yeah. Let me see a guild card.
Nachos crunched. Nachos munched.
My guild card or his guild card? He is not a guild member.
Show me yours then.
I will show him my guild card.
Kind of looks it over. Kind of pulls a couple of big bars out of place and cracks open the gate. Make it quick.
We
Do
will
you
certainly
know
attempt to.
Do you know where you're going?
I'm assuming we'll say yes.
Okay. Right, you guys make your way inside. Gate shuts behind you. Couple clangs. The bars go back into place, securing the gate. You make your way over to where you know the archery instructor would be.
Mm-hmm.
So you cut across the campus. It takes like 5-6 minutes to like kind of weave between the buildings, kind of past one of the big practice fields. You can see some people like blasting potholes in the ground with magic and practicing sword techniques on like training dummies. And there's in general just a decent amount of people kind of just milling about. Until you reach at the far end of the campus from where you entered, a kind of small stone building, a couple floors, and an archery range, kind of about 20-30 yards out to the side. Nothing fancy, but a couple places to shoot from and a few targets at different ranges.
Alright. Do we see the instructor currently out and about, or?
Not outside now. You would remember from your time in the academy that Arwen is generally, if she's not out on the range, she's generally inside, either in her office, kind of doing paperwork, or teaching a theoretical class from the same building.
Alright, I will go and see if I can find her in the area where she would normally be then.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. You head inside. There are a couple people sitting in the classroom, but it doesn't look like class is currently in session. Looks like they're just there doing some work. And you make your way up to the second floor where you know the office is, and door is closed. Assuming you knock on it, you hear Arwen's voice coming from inside. Yes, how can I help you?
Forgive the unscheduled visit, but found someone who was interested in perhaps working as an assistant for you. And I was wondering if you might have some time to speak with him.
Oh, well, come on in.
Yeah, we do.
Alright. You see a undiscernibly aged elven woman sitting at her desk looking very, very tired. Okay, which one of you was here to apply to be an assistant?
That would be Owen here, and I pointed Owen.
Yeah, no, that's me. I heard from Kestrel that you might need an assistant. Well, would be nice. It would certainly be good to have someone who can take a bit of the work from me. She kind of thinks for a minute. Well, I guess how much experience do you have with the bow? Kind of.
He did manage to hit me twice. So I'd imagine he has a fair bit of experience, yes? And I turn to him.
I'm sorry, do I know you? Were you one of my students?
Yes, briefly.
Okay, I apologize. I have a lot of students go through, it's hard keeping track of all the faces. And Owen kind of pipes up. I mean, I have a few years experience. I've never worked as an adventurer per se, but I did a number of years of mercenary work until things kind of went south. I figured this might be a better line of work for stability. And I know Kipsy said that the academy is a pretty safe place. She kind of cocks an eyebrow at that. Oh, what was your name again? Looking at you, Kestrel.
Forgive my manners. I am Kestrel Whitsorrow.
Oh,
She
another
does a slight
Whitsorrow.
bow. Yes, there are quite a few of us. I have tried to speak to my mother about her inclinations, but that has not worked very well.
I don't think there's a instructor here who hasn't taught one of your family members at some point or another already.
That is probably a fair assessment, yes.
Well, let me speak with Owen. Thank you for bringing him down. I'll reach out to Kipsy and let her know what happens. If that works for you.
Certainly. I do not know when we will be out on our next mission, so yes, if anything comes up, Kipsy sort of suggested that I find him a more stable place to stay here, and yes, I think he would be a good point of contact.
She likes to stick her nose into people's business. She means well. And
I just nod a little bit.
yeah. And you make your way back out. She sits down with Owen to kind of talk with him for a bit, assess his skills, etc. And you kind of make your way back towards the guild hall. Well, Kestrel is out. Corland!
Yeah.
You are working on prepping and tanning and whatnot the gator hides?
I've got 14 pounds of gator hide to work with here.
Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna be working for a couple days.
Yeah, you are kind of getting them ready, cleaned, starting the tanning process, the drying process, etc. It's going to take a decent amount of time. It'll take you at least a few hours to really go through everything. Go ahead and make me a survival roll.
Alright. Woo!
Okay, 16. Yeah, no, I mean, there's no real hiccups. It's pretty standard work for you. And you get the hide through the cleaning and the drying, and then begin tanning it, making it into workable leather that you can process. But that'll, for the most part, take up your entire day today.
I figured I wouldn't really be starting on the actual bag work until the next day.
Callium.
It's a good question. that just popped in my mind. Callium and June are presumably here when I leave, and they're still waiting on Warden?
I don't know if they're waiting on him.
Like, do they wait? Do they collectively wait for me?
I don't know.
Who's June? I never heard of him. I wonder who that is.
Of course.
Never heard of him.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
June's got a plan.
do you guys wait for Warden or Kestrel to get back before you guys head out?
I mean, was it remotely talked about inside?
I mean, we kind of did say
disappear for the day.
Yeah,
Okay.
we did kind of like say, hey, maybe we should stick together for a bit. And for all I know, June just completely ignored us.
And then immediately split up.
We should stick together. Two people immediately walk their separate ways.
Yep.
Okay, I guess that was not really a suggestion. All right.
You cast Mask of Many Faces?
I use my... It's sort of... Weird way to say that.
Well, casting Disguise Self, but using the Mask of Many Faces invocation. Okay, I believe that lasts for 1 hour?
Probably.
If I'm
Never
not
used it before.
mistaken.
Technically, you can just recast it to renew it. It doesn't use a spell slot, so...
Yeah.
Look up this guy's self. I never actually looked at it before. It's never come up.
Outside
Yeah,
of combat...
Oh boy, the website I use for easy spell access hasn't renewed their security certificate. Let me go to Donjon, which is far less useful of a website. Sky Self. Yes, lasts for an hour, but it doesn't use a spell slot, so every hour you can recast it on yourself to maintain your current appearance, or you can switch into a different appearance if you want to. What do you look like now, June? Go ahead and describe what you transform yourself to look like.
I said I'm going to solidly make myself about solid 3 inches taller, putting me at 5'11". Short length brown hair, sort of tied into knots, not knots. Bow, not bow. I don't know
Bun?
words.
Bun?
Let's go with bun. That sounds like a good idea. Messy bun. That'd be nice.
Okay.
I like the idea of like brown robes. So like in somewhere between druid and wizard level robes, you know?
Okay, yeah, no, I know what you're going for there.
I also want a beard. Not full beard, short beard, kind of just slightly more than face.
You just picture June walking around as a young to middle-aged person with a messy man bun and like an 8-foot long beard dragging along the ground.
Not like 8-foot long beard, just like a like full beard, but not like any further than the chin itself.
Okay, yeah.
So you're a hipster. What you're saying?
Yeah,
sure, why
basically.
I'm always a hipster.
Okay. Yeah, Callium. you kind of watch as June. Are you doing this sitting at the table, June?
People here are used to it. Because it just seems like a good face for the day.
Okay, yeah, you watch as June kind of mutters a couple words under his breath, waves his hand around, and then June is not June. Callium?
Yeah, at this point, Callium's the only other person still there that's actually, like, nearby him.
Callium's just gonna stay at the bar and drink all day.
Well, I thought you said you were going to the blacksmith.
Yeah, he's decided that there's no reason to. Everyone else is gonna do their shit. He's just gonna sit and drink after having to deal with the sewage all day yesterday.
Well, Kestrel was going to come back and meet up with you guys, and I think the blacksmith was our one common destination, so that's where we're... So I'm going to come back and find you like, I've abandoned all hope. Time to get drunk.
But yes,
I understand what you're doing.
Callium.
This for the speed of the session, because my brain is a little out of it today.
Callium, sitting at the table, you hear June mutter a couple things under his breath, wave his hand around a little bit, and then June is no longer June. June looks like a young to middle-aged man with a beard and brown hair and a man bun, wearing like
Fucking hipsters.
gray robes. You actively watch June just shift into this person.
And I just say, fucking hipsters.
I don't think
Well,
hipsters
son,
are a
I
thing.
fully understand what you're coming from. But that's about it. Have a nice day. I'm off.
Okay. Callium, you're drinking?
Yep.
How quickly are you drinking?
Reasonable pace.
Okay. So in the time that Kestrel is gone and Warden is yelling at a dead body, go through a couple of mugs of ale, which will be 8 copper each, so 16 copper in total. Not enough to get you drunk. It's not the strongest shit, not top shelf. But if you drink enough of it, it'll get you drunk.
That is technically true of most things, although by the time you could drink enough water that the residual alcohol would get you drunk, you'd be dead.
June, you head out. Kestrel, you come back to the guild hall. You do not see Corland because he is out back. Warden, you would be downstairs by this point. Warden, you come down to see Callium sitting at the bar drinking. You do not see Corland. You do not see June.
And at this point, you wouldn't see Kestrel either. I'd be there in a few minutes after he came down, I think.
Yes, that is correct.
I go over to Callium. Hey, where did June go? And is Corland already working on his gator skins?
I don't know what Corland's doing.
I believe Corland did, in fact, tell you guys he was going to work on his gator skins.
Yup.
Callium's just tired today.
Hey, wake up. You know that's not really going to help you. What you
June
need
turned
is
into a hipster.
brown fuel.
Walked out
Wait,
the
what?
door.
Who turned into a hipster?
June.
Oh.
Okay, I have to remind you that June is the guy who walks around, finds something interesting on the ground, and straps it to his own armor. I walk around with like 20 sticks. No one's ever questioned it.
Nope.
20 sticks or 20
Just
sticks?
sticks.
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 Okay. Just
sticks.
sticks.
They're
Okay.
very useful.
Really? Because you don't seem to ever use them. So, do I see anybody that looks like a hipster around?
No.
No? Okay.
See a bunch of people that look like they kill shit for a living.
Well, is the table that we were originally at still open?
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
Alright, I sit down at the table we were at.
Okay.
Keep an eye on Callium to see if he drinks himself into a stupid.
Yeah, you watch as like over like the course of like 5-6 minutes he finishes off his first mug of ale and kind of knocks on the bar and orders up another one.
Yeah, 6 minutes ain't too bad. I'll let him be.
At which point, Kestrel, you walk in. You do not see Corland. You do not see June. You see Warden sitting at a table and Callium drinking at the bar. It is probably 9:45 in the morning.
All right. I go up to Warden. Is Corland already working on those gator skins he was talking about?
I believe so. By the time I got down here, he was already gone, and so was June. Callium, seems to have been more traumatized about the sewage than you were, which is strange.
You see, at like the mention of it, Kestrel just shudders.
Like I said, it is strange.
Kestrel walks up to Callium. Callium, are you alright? We were going to go to the blacksmith, yes?
Callium's gonna wave him away. Callium needs to drink and sleep today.
Alright. I guess it's time for a buddy cop adventure between a bird and a robot.
Wow.
You are not wrong.
Alright, and as Callium, you finish off your second beer. Are you gonna order another?
Like I said, he's gonna sit and drink all day.
Alright, for now, knock 8 more copper pieces, and you order up a third beer as Warden and Kestrel. You both make your way out of the tavern. June, you are now hipster June, walking through the city streets.
Always been a hipster. Get over it.
What are you trying to do and accomplish?
He's trying to be a hipster.
Sort of. That's part of the goal.
Where are you going? What are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah,
Good
what did
question.
you do?
You're acting like I have any plans or have any idea what I'm doing.
I don't know.
My only plans I'm somewhat aware of that I have is that my original goal of making a guild, my own little guild thing, which I now have no idea how to do because I'm not that smart anymore. So I'm going along with my original plans. I'm just kind of going around, meeting people, talking with people.
Okay. Where are you going to meet and talk with people?
Place is a port town, right?
Yep.
I've never seen the docks. I've never been around there. I want to see what that's like.
Okay. It'll take you probably it'll take you probably around 30-40 minutes to make your way over to the docks district.
Sounds fun. I can finally go eat along my way. Like I've been planning.
Yeah,
But with people.
you finally do your little perusal of the carts and get that breakfast. Make your way over towards the docks district. Make me just as you're making your way over there towards the docks, make me a general perception check.
Oh, cool. 9.
Okay.
Hey, that's my passive. Wait, no, I keep forgetting the fact my passive isn't that low.
Yeah, your passive is 12.
You're not used
Oh.
to seeing past the bushy eyebrows that I now assume you have.
I'm not bushy, they're very well maintained.
Those are not mutually exclusive.
Okay. Kestrel and Warden, you make your way through the streets down to the main thoroughfare in the shopping area where all the stores and a lot of the taverns and restaurants are. I'm assuming you are heading to the Vagrant Arm.
I think that was one of our mutual stops, yes. So one of the easier ones to go first. So that's near the shopping district, right?
It's in the middle of it.
Okay, coolio.
I'd like to try to keep an eye out while we're heading there, just to see if anybody's got gilded acorns.
Gilded acorns.
Yeah, it's a component I need for a spell that I accidentally got and didn't realize it required a very, very expensive.
Yeah, that's got to be some real craftsmanship right there too, because I
Yeah.
imagine there's not a lot of gold on an acorn that you can fit on an acorn, and to get just raw gold,
Yeah, it's a
200
material
gold.
component. Is a a feather, tuft of fur, a fishtail inside a gilded acorn worth at least 200 gold pieces. It's like, holy cow! I accidentally picked this up and thought, hey, that sounds like fun, and now it's like,
By raw value in the player's handbook, that's about 4 pounds of gold.
yeah.
So that better be some good craftsmanship to make it not just this massive thing.
Okay. Sure. Make me a
Oh, stop making me roll stuff.
general investigation check.
Okay. I
Wow.
like 6s tonight.
AKA determine randomly whether somebody already has one or you'll have to commission it.
You don't readily, as you're just kind of walking through the streets with Kestrel, you don't readily see one.
Do you mention this at all?
Not really. I'm just kind of keeping an eye out if I notice it.
Okay, cool.
Glad that Kestrel can help you look for that, then.
Yep.
Alright,
Yep.
and yeah, you guys arrive at the Vagrant Arm.
Alrighty.
A suggestion for those of you who don't cooperate.
Cooperate.
Cooperate!
Hey, I'm role playing this.
I know. It's
It's a joke.
I
An inside
absolutely
joke,
know
yes.
that I should be asking Kestrel about this. However, Warden is not really thinking that realm at this moment. He's more like, we're going to get to the Vagrant Arms, and then we're going to see about finding other stuff. So this,
Alright.
I mean, frankly, the roll of 6 is actually pretty accurate to how hard Warden was paying attention.
Yeah, that does actually make sense from a character's perspective. All right, sweet roleplay. Speaking of,
Yes,
we
you
go inside the Vagrant Arm.
Yes, you do.
Yay.
Is Kaylin out front or in the back?
Looks like Kaylin is currently sitting behind the counter. In the back, you can see. You see Solstice. Working the forge.
I walk up with Kestrel, but then I halt like 5 paces back and let her go forward.
Good morning, Kaylin. Letting Solstice get in a bit of practice.
Oh, well, she's got some time.
That does make sense. We were wondering, looking a bit for some supplies. My friend here was wanting a crossbow, I think he said, and I was looking for some arrows, and of course we'll need bolts. Did you perhaps by any chance have any luck selling any more of those knives that you made?
Let me see if he did or not. Well, I've managed to sell a couple of them. He kind of points to a rack over to the side of the mind blanking side of the counter, and you can see what seemed to be a fairly nice set of daggers put up. Alongside a couple other nice pairs of daggers and some other knives.
And I'll walk over towards it and look at them, pick one up, examine it, and I'm just going to make an assumption here. Did some very good work with these, my friend.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. Not all of them turned out as I was hoping, but
Turn it over in my hand, look at it a bit more. You must have quite the high expectations for yourself then.
Of course I do. I'm kind of the main smithing shop in the city. I wouldn't have gotten to where I was if I didn't have those kinds of standards on my work.
I can respect that.
What you see currently on the rack okay. You see a pair of daggers that seem to have been made from the raptor claws.
Right.
You see a couple of small bladed knives that seem to have been made from the Dimetrodon claws. Smaller than a normal knife, but they seem to be kind of made for subtle use. I managed to sell a few of the other things I made, as well as a couple of the smaller knives there. Kind of figuring out how to work with the claws was a bit challenging, but I mean they make for a nice little backup piece. And in total, he has sold a twinned blade dagger, 3 of the small knives, and a karambit knife that he made out of a raptor claw. which in total... is 55. He takes out a small bag and hands it over to you.
Alright.
This is your part of the sales. I do appreciate the materials. If you find anything else, feel free to drop it off. And if I manage to when I manage to sell them, I'll give you your cut. That's for what I've sold so far, and it is 30 gold pieces.
Ooh, very nice. I'm going to immediately spend some of this on arrows from his shop.
Okay. How many arrows are you buying?
You know what?
Kestrel
I'm gonna
buys
buy...
30 gold pieces worth of arrows.
Nah, I'm gonna buy 3 gold worth of arrows, so 60.
60? Okay.
Just keep myself equipped for a little while.
Okay.
Aside from that, are there any crossbow, like, Warden, I know, or rather, Dan said he was looking for crossbow and bolts. But are there any other interesting pieces that weren't here the last time I was here? Or that I didn't notice the last time I was here?
Make me...
Is there that really cool bow that can also be used as a hop? Because that would be totally awesome.
Bow that can be used as a hop. I don't think I've seen such a thing before. You might be able to commission it from Fletcher's.
Well, perhaps it's an interesting thought. And you wanted me to make you, I'm assuming, an investigation check?
Yes, investigate. God, do I have a Fletcher's mate? I don't have a fucking Fletcher's mate, god damn it. Okay.
One of the main problems you have with my character is that she's so good at archery and you haven't made a Fletcher shop.
It's because you haven't looked for a Fletcher before you've been happy with your bow. Until someone said heart bow!
To be
Look
fair,
at the Discord.
Yeah, he
Okay.
posted up a picture of a very beautiful harp bow.
12?
Yes.
What specifically are you looking for?
Specifically...
Not a specific item, but like a type of item, whether it be weapon or armor. If you're looking for a sword, a glaive, a halberd.
Honestly, I'm just kind of looking for anything that looks like it's fairly new to the shop. Because I didn't really look around the last time I was here. And prior to that, I hadn't been here in like at least a little while, a couple weeks.
Okay. Let me take a look here. You do see the only thing that catches your eye is it does look like there is a shield behind the counter that wasn't there before. It seems to be a small round shield made out of almost a greenish turquoise-ish like wrought iron metal with some intricate pattern inlay around the edges.
Well, that is quite interesting, Kalen. What is this?
Oh, this is a shield that I picked up from an adventurer that came through that was selling some of their things that they found on their travels. If you attune to this a limited number of times when someone hits you, you can use the shield to create a strong wind blast that'll that has a chance to push them back. And I'm not sure on the specifics, but I think you're able to use it to cast some kind of spell.
Interesting. I'm assuming it's like a full-size shield.
Yeah,
Not like a buckler.
It's a normal round shield. Functionally, it is a Zephyr shield. It is a shield with 5 charges. You regain 1d4 plus 1 charges at dawn. If you are hit with a melee weapon attack while you have the shield equipped, you can expend a charge and use your reaction to blast the triggering creature with strong wind. They must succeed a DC 15 strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you. And you can expend 3 charges in order to cast the spell Wind Wall.
Okay. Interesting, certainly. I'd say it's a bit bulky for my own fighting style, but perhaps one of my compatriots will be interested in it.
Well, if they're interested in coming down to pick it up, and this is why I needed the Dungeon Master Guide, and I figured I would, because you guys like shopping.
Or making our own shit.
Or making your own shit. Yeah, that too. I cry. Just one thing. Oh, well, if any of your friends are interested, this shield here is running for 10 platinum.
I raised my eyebrows a bit at that. That's quite a nice chunk of money.
Well, some of the rarer magic items that we find, can't get them out in this part of the world, so they're a bit more expensive out here.
That is fair, yes.
It's also functionally a rare magic item.
I got the math correct that that's 1,000 gold?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, do you look at the shield as well, Warden?
Upon hearing that description, I think Warden would kind of peek over Kestrel's shoulder.
Make me a history check.
Ooh. Something else
Oh!
I have no good at whatsoever.
Why is the person who's a couple centuries old bad at history?
Because my stats suck.
Because he was asleep the whole time.
That is fair, too.
Yeah, it. Some of the markings, especially the symbol in the center of the shield of the falcon, kind of recognize them, but you can't quite place it. But it seems vaguely familiar to you.
I don't want to interrupt while Kestrel's looking at it, but if she steps away from it, I'm going to try to investigate further to see if I can jog my memory.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying really hard to think of where you recognize this symbol from, but nothing's really coming to you at the moment.
Stupid sucky rolls.
Yeah, sorry.
That's gonna haunt me for the next... I'm sorry. It's going to haunt me for the next several days. I'm not going to be able to sleep. Oh, shit.
Do you sleep?
No, I don't.
No.
That's gonna make it even worse.
It will haunt your sleepless nights.
1,000 years of insomnia.
Okay.
He kind of looks over. I don't think I recognize you. Welcome. Kind of holds out his hand. I'm Kalen. He's a large, stout, dwarven man. Big red beard and kind of messy red hair. Has kind of burn and scar marks across his face. Not like, dunked his head into a pit of fire type of deal, but like works on a forge every day type of deal for like the last 40 years.
Yep. No. I reach out, shake his hand.
Okay.
Greetings. I am Warden D800.
Is your hand covered?
Technically speaking, I don't think I have gauntlets. So, I mean, my hand would probably look like it's a gauntlet, but...
He kind of crooks his eye as he shakes your hand. Oh, I've never seen a gauntlet quite like this. Do you mind if I take a look at it?
I quickly kind of throw my travel clothes sleeve over my hand real quickly. That is a bit of an awkward thing to
Ow!
do.
Snickers? Snickers! Not Snickers. Reese's!
No, not Snickers. Awkward. There's a big difference between Snickers and awkward.
No, Reese's. Claws. Leg.
Wait, I thought you said
mute.
Now we're on Reese's.
Jacob, just mute when you yell at your cats.
Say, why does your naming scheme make it feel like you want to eat your cats?
Look. It is random. There are times I'm not able to know when they're going to get my leg or not, so I can't promise to mute when it happens.
Okay.
Only right after.
Anyways,
all right. No need to.
Forgive me. I'm a little self-conscious about that.
Yeah, no worries. Not everyone likes to show off their gear. That's understandable.
Although I do have a couple of questions for you about gear, and I'm going to take out first of all those two carapace plates.
Okay.
And, put them on the counter for him.
Okay.
I recently got these from a couple of creatures that we managed to vanquish. I was curious if they would possibly be able to be used to craft any kinds of armor.
I mean, they're a bit small to craft, full armor. I might be able to turn them into, some kind of... I don't want to get this word wrong.
Describe it, maybe?
Spalder, okay, I was right. I might be able to craft some kind of spalder out of them.
Remind me what the spalder is.
Shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Wait, a spalder or a pauldron?
Spalder. Typically, it's some kind of plate armor that or uses like iron or steel, covers the shoulder.
Yeah, no, I'm asking because I guess there's not much of a mechanical difference, but there is a technical. I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah,
armor history geek.
there's no mechanical difference. It's just it's partial armor, and with the carapace it would be plate.
And with that, I'm going to.
Would you like me to were you looking to have it crafted for yourself? Were you looking to join the rest of your friends in having me make pieces to sell for commission?
Gonna be a bit of an interesting one.
I can give you the same 40% commission rate that I'm paying them.
Give me a second here. Sorry, trying to decide something.
I've made him think.
I'm going to say that I'm going to act against my better judgment here. Actually, Warden will actually put out his hand onto the counter real quickly, and take a look at his shoulder, and say Jorha Kadra. And Jorha will materialize, crawling down his arm, and sit onto the counter right in front of him.
Oh, what the fuck?
This is my partner, Jorha Kadra. I was curious if perhaps we could use those plates to make armor for him.
Okay, I will. I will functionally remind you that when he is summoned, he would have to re-equip it.
Yes.
And when he dies or his timer expires, the armor would not go with him.
Yes.
It would just kind of fall.
Yes. I am curious more so as to if it's even doable, if you will.
I mean, that's certainly interesting. I've never done anything like that before, but I can certainly give it a try. It'd probably take me... if you wanted to stay for maybe 15-20 minutes, I can get it measured up. Probably take me a couple days to make the armor.
And how much would it cost, if I may ask? I have a limited budget.
Are you
We
saving
are D&D poor here.
Sorry, go ahead. I will ask you after you're done.
I mean, I've never made anything that small or that intricate before, especially for something that this. Kind of looks at the material, kind of sizes up Jorha, kind of picks up the material, turns it around in his hands. Could probably, wouldn't be, I mean, a complete coverage. There's not a whole lot of material here, and it'd have to get cut and repieced. Probably do it for about 200 gold.
200 gold. Alright. That might be a bit expensive considering the other bills I still have to pay.
Warden, what bills are you speaking of?
I was gonna say, what other bills do you have to pay? I don't remember.
I think...
Well, I still want to try to pick myself up a hand crossbow, which I'm assuming I'd be able to find something here. Some crossbow bolts. And I have to spend like 200 gold on this stupid gilded acorn thing, which I'm probably not going to do either. I think that's just a wasted spell slot at this point.
What spell is it even?
What the hell is it called? Summon creature?
Summon beast.
Summon beast, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked that up and didn't read the, because, I'm a noob. I picked that up and didn't read all the requirements for it.
I mean, that's not a bad spell.
No, but it requires a 200 gold down payment on being able to use it.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
being that we don't have a lot of money, really, it's not something I can necessarily. I'm not saying bad about this game. I'm just saying I don't really have a lot of money, so I have to pick and choose what I'm going to buy.
Currently afford it?
I could afford that and not the armor, or I could afford the armor and not that. However, I also would not be able to purchase a crossbow if I purchased either of those.
How much is a hand crossbow?
75 gold. They're the most expensive.
Why not just get a light crossbow?
I want something for one-handed.
That's fair.
Because I want to be able to keep my shield and be able to shoot at range. Even though it's not going to be that far of a range, but still. It's better than, 5 feet.
Anyway, yes, in character, how to say it. The Warden, what bills do you have to pay?
I still need to get myself a hand crossbow and replace... And I take the bow off my back and put that onto the counter and replace this. Would you be interested in buying it? It's in limited use.
It's just a normal bow?
A longbow, yeah.
Why can I not find hand crossbows in the player's handbook?
They are extended, actually. I don't think they're in the original player's handbook.
Yeah, no, it's
hand crossbows are definitely in the player's handbook.
They are?
I was gonna say, I'm looking at, oh yeah, this class, you gain, proficiency.
Martial ranged weapons, crossbow, hand, 75 gold.
Ah, that would do it. That would do it. Why can't I find the weapons? Where the fuck are you?
The way I figured it was when I saw the hand crossbow, I was like, hey, that works perfect for Warden, just keeping his shield up.
Oh god, yeah, no, okay, that makes so much more sense. I was sitting there why the fuck are there two heavy crossbows in the ranged weapon? Nope, okay.
Let's read.
Reading.
Would help.
Yes, I'm good at it. Not. Taking a look at the longbow. Yes, indeed has very limited use. I could give you 25 gold for this.
That seems fair to me. Also, do you have any hand crossbows here?
Sure, I have a couple. He kind of points to a very. It's definitely not his shop's specialty or purpose, but there is a small section that has bows and arrows that have been either he's gotten the shafts from a Fletcher and kind of fashioned the arrowheads himself or the bolt heads himself and has them on sale, and looks like a few second-hand bows and crossbows.
I head over to take a look and see if I can find a hand crossbow.
Okay.
Specifically looking for hand crossbows.
Okay.
Investigation?
Make me an investigation check.
Hey! That was actually a good roll.
Oh, that feeling when a natural 20 is really a 19.
Yeah, it's really sad. Does the fact that it was a nat 20 mean anything?
Not on checks.
Darn.
Common misconception, unfortunately, is that you can natural 20 on checks, and you cannot.
Ah, okay.
In 5e,
that matters.
Yes,
in 5e. In 3.5 and 4th edition, there were critical failure and success on skill checks, which has led to further confusion because people are just so used to it.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people actually homebrew it that it does, so that leads to more confusion.
Okay. Yeah, see, the 1 or 2 games I'd seen played had that homebrewed, so...
I do not approve.
Halfway homebrew. I always say you get a nat 20, that's the best possible result you could get in that situation. It's not magic, but it's still, a really good result.
Let's see.
I do understand the idea of the number itself being more important, or at the very least just as important.
Yeah. There's some things you can do crazy things with it, like the scale of skill checks in, say, 3.5. One of the DCs listed for, the jump skill is DC 40, and as an example, it says running up snowflakes during a snowstorm. And that is legitimately something that by a high level you can do.
Oh, wow.
Fucking monks, man.
Okay.
Yep, always the monks.
I was thinking Legless in, oh, crud, what was the other ones called? The, Hobbit's Tale movies? Where he's literally running up falling bricks.
Yeah, no, not even that. This is just straight up, anime bullcrap.
Yeah.
Yep.
That does sound really stupid. I'm sorry, D&D, that sounds too stupid.
And then on the other end, you have things like in 4th edition where you had a DC 15 check to find out that bears lived in caves.
Yep. Where do bears
Bear
live?
lore.
I don't know. They just live in the grass, right?
I feel like just natural, just living life, you'd be able to tell, hey, bears typically like caves.
Yeah.
I mean, when's the last time you've walked around and met yourself a bear?
I found some bear scat.
That is significantly not a bear.
It's signed that they were there just recently.
I gotta say, DC 10 is what an average human can do. 30 above that is literally itself just superhuman. So, a DC 40 check, that is... Yeah, I can see running up snowflakes. That's literally something that gods could probably do.
Fair point there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the scaling for skills and stuff in 5e is a lot narrower.
Warden.
Yes.
What is your alignment?
I think I'm just neutral.
Okay.
Well,
not
if you ever
given, no effect taken.
If you ever get out of alignment, you'll have to see a paladin.
Okay.
In his case, he may need to see a mechanic.
What's a paladin?
Anyhow.
Okay, sure.
Out of curiosity, do guns exist in this universe, or in this world?
You have not seen any. Even the people who've been living in the city, the closest thing you've seen to guns is very, very rudimentary black powder shot cannons on military vessels.
Okay. Right. I think I've asked that before. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, with that roll, I mean, you find the hand crossbows easily enough. But you do find a couple of interesting ones kind of tucked among them. You find one of them, the bowstring seems to be made almost of this strange, almost ethereal like thread that kind of strumming it a couple of times. It's not really making any kind of noise, and it seems like it's very, very durable. And it kind of has what look like a couple of small arcane runes painted on either side, where the bowstring is actually connecting to the bow.
I'm definitely going to make a note of that one and probably ask what's his name if he knows anything about him. What's the guy's name? Callium? Kalen?
Kalen Winterhowl. Yes.
Thank you. Yes, I have notes. I just can't read them.
And you find another one that at first you just kind of glance it over. You don't really pay any attention to it. It looks like it's a really badly damaged hand crossbow, like it was almost like in a fire. But as you're kind of looking through, your eyes keep kind of wandering back to it, and you kind of eventually pick it up and kind of turn it over. And it's strange. It looks like it's like freshly scorched and charred, but it's still feels like a very solid bow, and upon closer inspection, it's actually made of a very strange blackened wood.
That sounds interesting as well. I doubt I'd know anything about them, and I don't trust any rolls, so I kind of just bring those over to Kalen. And I'll grab also one of the standard hand crossbows.
Okay.
Bring that over with me, but I'll bring those two over and ask Kalen. These here are very strange. Do you happen to know what they are or any of their special properties? I can see what would appear to be runes on this one, and this one is made out of strange bark I am not familiar with.
Let me take a look through my ledger here. He kind of flips through a few pages. It takes him a couple of minutes to look them both up. The first one is a bow of force.
Wait, a hand crossbow of force?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to clarify that, because I'm like, wait. Thought we were talking about hand crossbows.
It is. Does require attunement. It has 6 charges, and when you hit a creature with a bolt from the hand crossbow, you can expend a charge to have the attack deal an additional 1d6 force damage, and it regains 1d4 plus 2 charges daily at dawn. And when you fire a bolt, on impact, you can have it erupt into a ball of light that does a 20-foot bright light and a 20-foot dim light outside of that until the start of your next turn.
That sounds extremely useful.
And the other one is a scorched bow. Specifically a scorchwood bow. It also requires attunement. It allows you to use your strength modifier instead of your dexterity when attacking with the hand crossbow.
That's actually more useful to somebody who has nothing in dexterity.
And if your strength is 15 or more, its range of both short and long range are doubled. And it has a +1 bonus to attack rolls made against creatures wearing armor or that have a natural armor class of 16 or higher.
Wow. Dang, I kind of like the scorched wood one myself.
And
yeah, I'm betting that's going to be a little expensive, though.
Yeah, well, they're both going to be really expensive. I doubt I'm going to be able to afford either.
Yeah, not with the armor. Looking at his ledger, the hand crossbow of force. They are both uncommon magic items. The hand crossbow of force is 250 gold, and the scorched bow is 400 gold.
Ouch. I was hoping to maybe bum a couple of gold off of somebody to get that one, but no, not for 400. Ooh.
Normal hand crossbow, 75.
Yep. I don't suppose you guys have a work release program where, somebody can work off the payments of an item?
A what?
Probably not. Never mind. Alright. 250 gold. The other one. Dang. I want that scorched wood one, but I cannot afford that.
Can always try to borrow money from someone.
Ugh. I turn to Kestrel. But I'm still holding this scorched wood one, and I've got this like puppy dog eye, despite being a robot. It's like, are there any loan sharks in this city that would be willing to loan like 200 gold or something?
You don't even need to roll for that, Kestrel. There are plenty of loan sharks in this city. Then they're more shark than loners.
I would not recommend going to one of them.
Yeah, you have heard bad stories about them, Kestrel. Every now and then you'll find one that's okay, and he'll loan you out for only a flat total interest rate of like 50% more than what he loaned you. And then there are a lot of them that'll charge you like 20% interest a week.
Ouch.
What
we make in this in our guild dealings, that's not going to be nearly enough.
Most of them that you know of, Kestrel, or have at least heard of, operate with the premise of you are never going to get out of debt.
Yep.
And eventually your debt will get so big that we own you.
Yeah, I kind of figured. But, Warden doesn't, so, he's gonna ask.
Yep.
Kind of turns back sheepishly, I assume, after Kestrel tells him that. And, places the scorched wood bow back down. And just, like, really, really depressed sounding. I feel I'm not able to afford that. I don't suppose you do layaways or anything.
I'm not familiar with that. What? Huh?
I didn't think so. It is something that I could kind of do back in my place, where you put down money on something and they hold it for you and you pay it off over like a month or two or some shit like that.
I'm sure we could work something out.
Warden, how much gold do you need?
If I was to be penniless, I would need, roughly speaking, 130 more. Sorry, wait a second. 121 more gold. And that would pretty much leave me penniless.
I will hand him 150 gold and say, you owe me 175.
I'm gonna make note of that in the group notes.
Yeah, I'm writing that down too.
Warden owes 175 gold. Okay.
Going to my notes too. We ain't forgetting this.
Yeah.
It's still a better rate. Still a better rate than you'll get from a loan shark.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Kestrel up on that. Thank you very much. So, with paying for that, I think that'll leave me with roughly 29 gold left.
Yup. Might I suggest buying bolts?
Absolutely. Which is what, 1 gold?
For
For
20.
any of them?
20
Think so.
gold per bolt.
Ouch. You're being
Oh no. Gone backwards.
mean. Oh, I can afford 1.5 bolt.
Why can't I find bolts now? God damn, I can't find anything. When
Yeah,
I'm
it's
actually
1
need-
gold for 20,
There it
same
is.
as arrows.
Yup, crossbow bolts 1 gold per 20, and every 20 is 1.5 pounds. Yup.
Ready? I'm just going to buy 1 quiver.
Just drag them over from the compendium. It'll automatically fill out the weight properly for you.
Where's the compendium at?
The little eye above the chat.
Where the hell is it? I'll find it eventually. But okay, so yeah.
Yeah,
And,
it's the right next to your journal tab.
Yeah. Hang on a second here. I found the right one. Now I'm just looking for.
Yeah, just search bolt.
There it is.
Yep.
There it is. Sweet. That works. And then I also need the crossbow itself, which I assume weighs the same amount.
As a regular hand crossbow? I don't ask.
It is slightly heavier than a normal hand crossbow. It is 5 pounds. But if you are... It does still keep the light and loading properties. And if you're using strength with a strength of 15 or more, you can have it function as range 60-120. Or, sorry, 60-240.
It's not letting me change the weight. Gosh, dang it all. No,
Oh,
I'll work on that later.
Did you drag it over from the compendium?
Yeah.
Yeah, that you need to enter in manually.
Okay. I'll work on that once we're done with the business here. So being that I'm definitely not going to be able to afford the armor, I just gotta look at those plates and say, any chance you'd be willing to purchase those?
Oh yeah, no. If you're looking to do a commission work, I can make something up out of them, and you're friends with some of the other people who leave stuff with me. I can give you the same commission rate that they have. 40% of the sale price will be paid to you.
Sounds fair enough to me. I might be able to bring you more of the carapace as well.
We are not going back down there.
Oh no, I still have like half the body left.
Most of it is ruined. You did not roll a very good survival check to
No.
separate that.
Well, I thought you said there was still some use left in it. No, it's pretty much all ruined.
You can certainly try to get more off.
Okay.
It'll just be at a much higher DC.
Okay.
I totally forgot to mention this. You would notice Kestrel
Okay.
on the same rack that has the daggers on it and the knives that were being
Right.
made from the claws. There does seem to be a longsword, a very intricately made longsword that, upon further inspection of the stuff that's on the rack, you would notice is made out of a T-Rex claw. And it's an interesting piece and catches your eye enough to really look it over closely. Because the blade seems to be on like the wrong side of the sword. For the
Well, this
design.
is certainly an interesting piece.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. That was made with one of the bigger claws that your white-haired friend left here with me. June.
Yeah. Yeah, it took half a minute for me to... Yep. Okay. Definitely know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Now I do, at least. Right.
I'm still working on the other one, trying to figure out what to make with that. But this has been made, so when it sells, you'll be able to stop in and pick up his commission on it.
I
Was the
will...
rank 40, 60 for strength?
What's that?
What was the rank for the scorched bow? Sorry.
60 to 40.
60. Oh,
Yeah.
60, 140. Okay, right. Sorry.
Yeah. First range 60, second range 240, or if your strength is not 15 or higher, 30, 120, like a normal one. I believe you have that much strength.
Yes, I do. Barely, but I do.
That's all it takes. Does require attunement, though.
Alrighty.
Was there
well-
anything else you were looking for here?
Don't think there was anything specific that I was looking for outside of this. Perhaps do you know, and it may be far enough removed from your own profession, but do you know any weavers that you might be able to recommend as able to make a particularly durable material?
Weavers. Let me get this open so I can make my own notes on this. You could certainly try the shop a little bit closer to the inner city. What was the name of that again? As I try to figure out a name for another shop.
Oh, I have a good one, and I might be a little biased.
Oh, you don't say. Okay.
Why don't we just say that the weaver's shop that he is suggesting is called Taylormade?
God damn it.
Oh, don't be one of those people.
That's actually really good.
He hates me because I'm right.
I do. I really do.
Well, I'm going to be indebted to Kestrel for the rest of my life now.
Let's put it this way: you're her personal warforged from now on.
I will say, with this economy, 175 gold is not a small amount of money.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I was honestly kind of debating if I even wanted to accept that, but
She owns your robot ass.
yeah. It's like, oh, that sounds really, really nice.
And again, better rates than you'll get from a loan shark.
Yep. Plus, I don't think I have to worry too much about Kestrel trying to break my kneecaps.
As a wise man once said, do or do not, there is no try.
But hey, the nice thing is, now I have a pistol. And a shield.
Basically a pistol, yeah.
I mean, granted, unlike my sword, I can only use it once in combat because loading.
Interestingly, okay, just a thought that occurred to me. With the loading special property, you can only fire one piece of ammunition with that weapon. Since it's a light weapon, however, it is entirely possible for you to be wielding it and a sword, attack someone with your sword, and then use a bonus action for your offhand attack to shoot someone.
That is true, yes.
Yes, you can do that. That is accurate.
And what is it? Loading is a bonus action to... No, loading is just you can only fire it once during a round.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can try the shop that's a little bit closer to the inner city. A couple streets over, a little ways down. Kind of a strange elf-run store called Taylormade. Very unique owner. What is his name? I've purchased some things somewhere from time to time. I believe her name was Yithis. I will post that into chat so you know how to spell it. Very strange character, that one, but I'm nice enough lady, I guess, for an elf.
I'll certainly go check that out. If you've had good dealings in the past, then hopefully we'll be able to work something out. I ran across a very interesting material recently that I want to get worked on. And it was a bit of a pain to get.
Well, I mean, if you find anything else that you think I might be able to work with, feel free to drop by. If you need any weapons, armor, you're more than welcome anytime.
Thank you very much. I really like my new toy.
You're welcome.
As I'm waving it around a little bit, checking out all the new angles and whatnot. Before finally
As you say this, and I'm assuming you were addressing Kaylin.
Yes.
And Kesh just says, "You're welcome."
Yes, thank you.
She owns
And
you now.
before I leave, of course, I have Jorha jump onto my shoulders and curl underneath the hood to kind of hide him a little bit.
Okay, fair enough.
Pardon you. Jeez.
Well, you guys have been in there. June. You there, June? Illiren.
Checked out.
Mentally, physically, and emotionally.
Did he forget he muted himself?
That may be a possibility. Illiren, if you can hear us, you are muted.
No, I'm not.
There we go. Illiren, you have made your way through the city, down over to the dock ward. It's a strong smell of brine and salt in the sea, in the air. Once you get a little ways in, it turns from the traditional dirt roads of the rest of the city, or the cobbled roads of the inner city that you've been to before. It looks like they don't get a lot of work done down here. To kind of the maintenance. A lot of the road has like large potholes and divots that are kind of covered by planks and boards, and once you get probably about halfway in, a lot of it seems to be built up actually on a wooden base. It's not quite in the ocean, but it looks like there's common enough flooding here that they've kind of built everything up and dug away some of the ground beneath to kind of leave room to accommodate for it. You can see a couple of large docksides with some ships moored. You can see a number of large warehouses where goods that are coming in or going out get stored before or after they get loaded, unloaded. A couple of taverns here and there. Don't look like the nicest places, but functional enough for folk that aren't staying in the city for an extended period of time and might not have a lot of money being sailors. Towards the northern end of the area as well, you do notice what looks like a large stone wall. Was probably at one point grayish stone, but has been kind of perpetually hit by spray and just the air in the area. There are some places with algae and moss greening it, and kind of whitened and lightened by resting salt from the water. Where would you like to go?
Is this like a particularly busy location?
Yeah, it's pretty bustling where you are. There's a constant stream of people moving to and fro. A lot of them look like sailors. People heading to ships, carrying boxes and crates, kind of milling about outside the pubs. It's probably early midday. A lot of people are fucking wasted already.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like Callium.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, Callium, have you just been continually drinking?
Yep.
Alright, Go ahead and twofold for me. Uh, 48 copper. And roll me a Constitution saving throw. Alright, yeah, no, you've at this point you have finished your 8th mug of ale in under an hour. You are very drunk. It is hard to walk. Your head is swimming. Do you want to keep drinking?
Yeah.
Alright. 8 more copper pieces as you order up another mug of ale. Damn it. Okay. Back to you, June. Yes, a lot of people are drunk. There's a good number of people milling about.
Drinking at 11 a.m.
You can see, like, here and there, like, arguments happening, people yelling and shouting coming from the docks. Every now and then you see someone who looks like they don't quite belong, kind of heading over to a ship or talking with someone who's a little bit nicer dressed. Probably merchants and traders, kind of buying and selling wares. There is, between the two docks, it looks like there's a kind of a makeshift, like, pop-up market that's going. And I would say, yeah, you've been in the city long enough. You would know that stone wall you saw is kind of the wall separating the general port area from where the city's naval operations take place out of. So it is military there. Where are you looking to go? What are you looking to do?
Sure, let's figure out where
Say that again?
No reason why not. Figure out where the ships are coming from. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Track someone and then ask if that track someone who leaves a ship and then ask them if that ship is another ship, one that doesn't really exist. See if I can actually sort of lie information off of people.
Okay, yeah, no, is there a particular ship you're looking for, or type of ship? I mean,
Not the slightest. I have no goals for this day whatsoever.
There are a few ships that are kind of smaller. Look like they're probably quick run traders. There are a couple of much larger ships as well. Make me a perception check.
I don't like that check. I don't like those. They're evil.
That's not bad.
They're evil.
Yeah, it looks like one of the larger ships. A lot of the smaller ships, it looks like you can't quite tell where they're from. They don't really have any identifying markers on them. That you can see. They're probably from smaller coastal towns. or you would be aware that there are, islands off the coast around here. There are islands, in a couple different areas. But one of the larger, a large 3-mast galleon that's in the port. Taking like a look at it as you're kind of walking around it. It almost seems like the sides, the sides and the wood are, in a different state than the rest of the ships that, for the most part, all look like they operate on, the sea and are generally in the water, etc. The wood, especially higher up on this one, almost looks like it's sandblasted. And you can gather that it probably comes, if it didn't come from the city of Clearwater, it came from that region.
That's a far distance.
Yeah, no, they sailed like halfway around the continent to get here. It looks like. Realistically, you would probably be able to estimate that was, probably like a month-long journey on ship. If not longer.
Yeah.
And I would say with that roll, there's one other ship that really catches your eye. It's a small 1-mast ship. It seems to be in very rundown condition. And unlike the other ships at the port, there's not the same hustle and bustle of people around it. It's kind of it's put itself off to the side, away from the other ships at the port. Seems to be in a pretty good state of disrepair, and you don't see anyone on the deck or anyone coming or going from it.
Is it like docked, like the gangplank's down, and?
I mean, it seems like the gangplank is down. It is moored at the dock.
All right. Quick question before I get completely distracted.
Yep.
Where can you tell me, like, generally where Sundern Valley is on the map?
Where is?
Sundern Valley. It was a location you told me of like a while ago. It's 4 months west of Sea's End, apparently.
Let me take a look. It's in your note page?
Oh, not in the slightest. It was just an offhand reference you made I wrote down. It's actually in like my character's bio page under just like treasures, because I'm bad at keeping track of things. Otherwise, the name.
Okay.
What was the name of the place?
Sundern Valley.
Let me look
Vale.
at it.
Sundern Vale. That's not Valley. I can't speak.
Oh! Okay, yep. Okay. Yeah, well, you can click on it to zoom in.
I won't zoom in, but the words are tiny. I am farsighted, not nearsighted.
I'm normal sighted, so. Yes, that's where they found. Okay. Yep. And I believe that said that it was 4 years ago. 4 months west
Yes.
as well. Okay. Yeah, that would be. If you are looking at the map, if you are just traveling straight there without making any kind of stops, it is north of Dawn Rest and west of Mistwatch Keep, kind of right on the edge between the swamplands and the mountains.
Unfortunate.
It's not strictly the entire distance away from the the entire distance of the continent, but it's most of it.
Okay. Deep run. Okay, that one. I think I see it. Deep run.
Yep, Deep Run is southwest of Sea's End.
Just
That's
above,
where you're from, Callium.
Just above the giant volcano.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I will say about that area of the map, Callium. You would be familiar with that area. That's where you're from. You know Lohar Dove, the large volcano that erupts every now and then. It's also the reason why the forest that was near Deep Run is completely burnt to the fucking ground, and why kind of that area of the coast, spreading inwards a ways through the hills and through the forest, is kind of it erupts and is active enough that there's always kind of this haze of ash in the air. It's not really a nice place.
Damn, I miss that dirty hair.
You probably handled it better than others, being a Dragonborn.
I mean, I think it would have like worse, with scales. What's just something like getting up under your scales? It's like getting something under your fingernails, but like all over your body.
Ash would just settle; it wouldn't get under.
So this blackened, this like disrepaired ship.
Okay.
I'm gonna go like closer to it. I'm not curious about this thing. Just off to some side, apparently with no one nearby. It seems to like be on it, or at least watching it, like a watchman of a ship.
You don't see anyone. Just kind of looking around. It looks like it's pretty quiet, pretty empty around it.
I can get myself like right up near it, right up next to the ship, but not on it. So I'm still like on the dock. Like I'm admiring the ship.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. You can hear it kind of creak and groan of the wood, even just as the light waves are moving it. But I mean, no one really comes up to you. You don't hear anything coming from the ship.
Yeah, just gonna take my time, moving along the dock, really inspecting this ship, like seeing what kind of damage has been done on it.
I mean, you can see the wood of the ship not in the best repair. Pieces, it's pretty heavily brined on the bottom. There are a lot of places where there are cracks higher up on the hull that have kind of just been left unattended. Places where it looks like there were at one point holes that you would assume would be pretty bad leaks down below that have been kind of patched up in a very rough manner. I mean, there are rips and tears, and even from the ground with the sails, closed, you can see like rips and tears in the sails in some places.
Does it have like any unique identifying marks about it?
Make me an investigation check.
Yeah, look at this.
And make it with advantage.
That's my favorite word. Advantage. 7.
Can't see anything. Nothing that you pick up on.
Yes. Ship.
Yeah, it's a ship.
Yes, the ship is made of ship.
Ship is made of ship. Quite intriguing. And no one's really just like come on or off the boat. There's been no one like on deck.
No, at this point you've probably been walking around, looking at the ship, walking around the dock for probably 30 to 40 minutes, kind of near this ship. You've had to refresh your disguised self. Yeah, there's been no activity near this thing.
All right.
Identify?
Yes. Probably not going to come back with anything with this ship. It's cursed. I'm sure of this. But I know. Quite clearly, this thing is a cursed ship. Yes.
It's awarenessy, kind of like the werewolf. This is awarenessy.
You would have to walk up the gangplank and actually like touch the ship and like cast this spell for a minute.
10 minutes, please. Actually, yes, 11 minutes, please.
Okay.
And let's see.
What's your passive perception?
12.
Oh. Okay.
I have proficiency in perception. That's why it's so high.
Yeah, no, I mean,
yep,
you...
I just walked up onto the ship. It's like, yes, ship.
Yeah, you walk up the gangplank and kind of put your hand on the ship and you start casting Identify. The ship, the wood is very... It's slimy, almost. Like there's just like this like thick layer of like the wood is darkened from lack of repair and spots of mold, and it's like this layer of slime and algae has kind of coated the top of it, and it's just been left there for so long that it's kind of seeped this color all through it.
Yeah, someone really needs to come over here and sweep it. Not even sweep it, just scrub. Even scrubbing probably won't do anything. You need full on, just give yourself a small shovel and start peeling.
This thing needs a fucking power washer.
Yeah, I need to invent a power washer. I need the decanter of endless water.
But yeah, you cast Identify. It's a fucking ship.
Yeah, yes. The ship. As my suspicions have originally dictated, I've come back around. I'm correct in this, and I have full proof. This is a ship.
Yeah, I like to imagine, the spell just kind of, echoes through your head. It's a fucking ship. What do you want me to say?
Thank you. I don't have detect magic. You're the best thing I have. Wait, who am I talking to?
I don't know. Who are you talking to?
Varys, who am I talking? Oh, right, you're dead. Let me get around to getting Varys back. I've been around on and by the ship for an hour at this point. Probably more, I don't know. If anyone was going to stop me at this point, they would have done it by now. Might as well explore the ship. No one's going to stop me. Just walk around like I belong here. I'm grimy enough.
Okay. Yeah, it's you get onto the ship. It's a very small deck. Probably 20-25 feet across. From side to side, probably somewhere between 80 and 100 feet in length. It has a small kind of single curved stair up to a small deck like a small raised elevated deck that you can see the helm of the ship. And under where the helm is, there is a door that seems to go in. Door is closed. Now, are you being stealthy about this? Or you just have your hand on the ship for 11 minutes and you just walk on like you own the fucking thing?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, I am doing that. Yes.
Awesome.
It's I'm on here. I'm on the ship. Let's do this. That's what I do with all ships. I touch them for 11 minutes, then I get on them. Complete confidence. Let's do this. Yes, everything seems to be in order.
Show me on the log where he touched you.
Ship is a really weird way to say woman.
Shut up, ship.
Everything is ship now. Kestrel is ship. Warden is ship. Boat is ship.
Well,
Oh.
Guild is ship.
Gilded ship?
This is definitely not a gilded ship.
It's gilded in something.
It's not something you want it gilded in.
Hey, look, a door.
There is a door.
Let's see. Nice door. No, just be polite. Knock 3 times. Just in case.
You knock on the door.
Let's see.
It's less of it's less of like these like nice like wraps, and it's more of like a sludgy like.
This thing needs to be washed.
But yeah, there's no answer.
Very well. Can I open the door? It's like, does it have a door handle? Is it like a little rope or something?
It does have a door handle, yes.
Try to push it open, see if that actually does anything.
It's locked.
Where did my keys go? I know I have them on me somewhere. Can I use my thieves' tools to unlock it, but like kind of look like I'm fiddling with my keychain keys?
Sure, go ahead and roll me thieves' tools. I believe you're proficient in them.
Yep,
boy.
I have them. I'm proficient with them. I'm pretty good with them.
Jesus Christ, you are. Yeah, no, you kind of start fiddling with the lock. It's a very intricate lock. It takes you a solid 4 or 5 minutes to get this thing open. I'm actually surprised you managed to open it personally.
That's a very intricate lock for like this ship.
Yeah, it was a DC 20.
Oh wow.
Well, that's a very intricate lock.
Like it has a couple of unique mechanisms like built into it, and you know, it has like paired sets of tumblers going back like 8 tumblers deep.
Well, that's a lot.
But you somehow, yeah, you managed to get this lock open and push open the door.
Like, it starts off with me just like being very casual about it. There's like I'm just, yeah, it's just a simple lock. Wait, what? Just like slowly getting into like a crouching position and like going really into it at the end.
Yeah, no, like beat the sweat down your face. Like you had to really focus to get that lock open. But you do manage to open it. You finally hear that last as the last tumbler kind of falls into place, and kind of turn the door handle and push it open. It is pitch black inside. There are no windows. You didn't see any windows walking around the ship. But there are no windows inside of here. There are no windows from the walls. It is pitch black. The only light is from the door kind of shining in. From what do you have dark vision? Remind me.
Half elves, yes, I have dark vision.
60 feet?
Yes, standard.
Okay, you can see on the far side, it looks like a small cabin. On the far side, you can see a set of stairs kind of going down into what you would assume would be the ship's hold. Again, not a very large ship, so probably not a very large hold, but there are stairs going down. And you see in this room 4 sets of triple stacked cot beds. And you see a couple of them have what seem to be people sleeping in them.
dark. Bit too far to go on this now. Gonna, single step into the room. Gently close the door behind me, but use one of my pittons to keep the door open by a crack.
Okay.
So that it doesn't fully close in case some reason the thing locks on itself. That's a very nice lock.
Okay, it is no longer. It is now pitch black in this room. Basically. Make me a stealth check.
Yep. I also have my magic items, my elven boots.
Yep.
Boots of elven kind.
Yep, and you're trying to be quiet, so that would come into play. So yeah, you can make that an advantage. 17? Okay. Yeah, you creep into the room. And before you kind of close the door, you take another quick scan around the room. I will say, just kind of get your bearings. There's if you're coming in the door, there are stairs. There's two of the triple stacks here, two of them here, and there seems to be a desk against the wall here. A couple of barrels in between the stacks of cots, but nothing really else that catches your eye before you close the door back to a crack.
If I keep my eye on pick out one of the mounds on one of the beds, can I see the subtle rise and fall of someone breathing?
Make me a perception check.
Alright, let me just let's hope this works. Let's do this. 6.
There's a shape that's on a bed.
Hmm.
I mean, that's something, right?
Yeah. Thanks. Normally would send my spider to look a bit closer, but for some reason he's dead.
Was there a reason you rolled that at disadvantage?
I'm in pitch black, so therefore it's dim light, and I do think dim light gives disadvantage. I don't have... Or if I'm doing that wrong, I don't remember. I'm doing this randomly, I don't know. Do we do that? I don't know.
I don't...
Did I do it before?
Taylor, dim light doesn't give you disadvantage, I don't believe, if you have dark vision. Does it?
I can't remember. I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, if you want to look it up, that'd be good. I can try to look it up as well. I didn't think it did, but I might be wrong.
17 or 6, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, you have disadvantage to see in darkness because of dark vision. Normally it would be disadvantage in dim light. You are correct.
I'm right. Go me. I guess, sort of.
Yep, there's a mound on the bed. You can kind of see it. At least you know it was there before.
What time of day? It was midday when I got here or something.
Yep. It is midday.
When I feel like I'm kind of already in on this, and I can't really just back away now. Wait, I counted 3 mounds and 6 double beds. Oh, 3 double beds, so 6
Four,
beds. But only...
four triple beds, triple stacked cots.
So,
And
where's my calculator? 4
12.
times 12. I got it. So, but only 3 bodies, right? 3 of them mounds.
Yep, 3 looked like 3 people in the cots.
My calculus says that's 9 people unaccounted for.
Yep.
Just be curious. Is there any of the weird mildew on the inside of this ship? Like right here on the ground, if I feel the ground?
Like there was outside?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, so I'm willing to get closer to...
In fact, as you're kind of feeling around, it feels like it's on the floor, it was on the door, it's on the walls.
Yeah, I'm gonna regret this probably. I'm gonna cast light on one of my sticks.
Okay, go ahead and link the light for us.
It's basically just like a little torch. Here you go.
Yep, you pull out one of your sticks and cast light on it. Lights
Number
up.
18.
It lights up the room.
Yeah,
Taking a look around the room in the light.
Oops. I keep hitting my mic.
You
Not my mic, the desk it's on.
taking a look around the room. It was hard to see when you just had the door cracked and opened. Excuse me. It was hard to kind of see with the door cracked and opened as you were coming in. There seems to be, looking at, I'll just kind of go around the room. There seem to be a number of stains around the room, including on the desk and on the ground near the stairs, and kind of around the cots. It looks like a couple of the barrels, the sides have kind of rotted away and they're kind of cracked and opened. And taking a closer look at the 3 forms on the cots.
Yeah.
You do not see any rise or fall.
Okay, so there. This ship unnerves me slightly, more and more. I'm willing to go look at the desk. See, how disrepair that is.
Okay, yeah, you kind of continue kind of creeping through the room, kind of making sure how you placing your feet. Try to avoid any creaks of the wood or noise from the sludge.
Just kind of want to make sure that people, if there's anyone below deck, down further, that they probably wouldn't hear me. Try the best I can.
taking a look at the desk, it looks like it's in a pretty bad state of disrepair. It's covered in that same sludgy, slimy film as the rest of the ship. And it seems like a lot of the wood on it has kind of slowly started to mold and rot away. It looks like there were some papers on top of it at one point. But they're kind of degraded as no longer readable as well. And there does seem to be, though, a box on the desk, a small iron box, as well as 2 drawers, one on either side.
Let's try looking through the drawers first. One on the left side. See if
Okay.
it slides open, or if I need to like kind of lift it up slightly because it doesn't slide as well anymore because of the wood breaking up.
You kind of head over to the left drawer and kind of slowly pull it open. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's not good. Let's see. Constitution. 8. Probably have something.
Yeah,
something here. I have too many items, okay?
Yeah, no, you kind of pull open the drawer. As you do, kind of this dull cloud of mold and mildew. And something else that you can't really identify kind of puffs out from the drawer. And you kind of reel back and you try to kind of hold yourself steady and try to keep quiet, but you can't quite hold it in as you kind of throw up a little bit on the side from the smell coming out of this drawer. Can you make me a stealth check at disadvantage? Okay. Yeah, you're able to keep yourself as quiet as you can when retching at the smell of the rot and decay kind of coming out of this drawer. It is open, though, if you want to look inside.
First thought was, I kind of don't want to. Second thought is, now I really want to. What in the world could make that? What could they possibly have in this drawer if I could make that?
Are you gonna look inside?
Well, yes.
Okay. You
First
could also
instinct is no.
not.
The second instinct is yes. Let's do this. What is in there? Poke it with my light stick. Poke.
Yeah, putting the light stick over it, kind of pulling your clothes up over your nose and your mouth a little bit, trying to block out some of the putrid smell that's now kind of starting to drift into the air. The drawer is halfway filled with what looks like this thick, blackish brown sludge with like bits of mold like kind of grown and withered on the top of it.
Once again, what in the world do they
And
put in there?
You can see it almost looks like there's something just barely cresting out the top of it. You can't quite make out what it is.
Let's see, take it. take a few, like, far back away from that as I can.
Okay.
Just slightly, like, I'm leaning away from it, but still kind of see into there.
Yep.
Great mage hand above it and see if I can use that, like, sort of like between fingers, pinch at whatever it was you mentioned sticking out of it. Like, the mage hand is doing it. Lean back, hand, close over my mouth.
Easy enough. You kind of muttering under your breath, cast Mage Hand.
Yeah.
Send it over. Then it kind of reaches into the sludge, kind of almost like slime, like that super weird popular trend that goes around the internet. Kind of like squishes out to the side as the mage hand kind of reaches down and picks out whatever's in this. Picks out a small, not necessarily small, but a decent sized, kind of rounded object. That's kind of coated in the slime as you kind of bring it up. Your mage hand is holding what looks to be a severed head.
That's fun.
In various states of rot and decay.
That's even more fun.
Just going back down. Just the hand goes back down.
You just put the head back in the drawer. Just like fucking nope.
Yep, the hand comes out, puts against the side, pushes the drawer back closed, flips me off for making it do that, even though it's technically my own subconscious, and then flips out of existence.
Okay.
Is this a good point to end? Because it's about midnight now.